We're almost halfway through the year, and a lot of people are running on empty without fully realizing it. Grow Therapy helps you find care that's covered by insurance before burnout becomes the baseline. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you, not the other way around. They connect you with thousands of independent licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. And if something comes up, you can cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Grow accepts over 100 insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Joe. Joe on Joe is the only podcast where Joe talks about Joe. And now, your host, Joe Slepsky.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Joe on Joe. It's me, your host, Joe Slepsky, and you are back for another episode of G.I. Joe Renegades. We are watching this action-adventure show. It's happening after all these years of teasing it. We're 7 episodes into G.I. Joe Renegades, and I'm excited to watch it with you, and more excited to watch it alongside my guest, my friend, star of stage and screen, star of the G.I. Joe on Joe holiday special, Mr. Albert Pine himself, Derrick LeMont. Welcome to Joe on Joe. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, it's so good to see you again.
It is.
Last time we were here, you were essaying the role of Alpine.
Yeah. It was really cool. That was an adventure. It was.
As it should be.
Yeah. It's just in the fact that it was kind of my first voiceover thing that I've done. And I did some things in a couple of movies. It was just, but to have an actual thing where it is the thing and not, it was kind of intimidating, but you did a great job in easing my mind.
Oh, well, thank you. And nothing more intimidating than my living room to be recording in, such a prestigious, vocal recording session like that would get you to the big studios, which is my living room. Yeah. Surrounded by all the famous recording stars, which is my dog. I get it. I get how that can be intimidating. So I appreciate you giving us your all.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. It was fun, and it was a big deal to you.
It was.
It was a big deal with you making it fun for me.
Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. I love working with friends, and I love making friends while working with them. So, consider it your Alpine forever. Listeners, if you don't know what we're talking about, first of all, welcome aboard. If you do know what we're talking about, you listened to our holiday special. It dropped on Christmas Eve. It's the G.I. Joe holiday special extravaganza. Go back, listen to it. You're going to enjoy it. Even if you're hearing this in June, you're going to be like, I missed the holiday special. Let's go back and hear it because it's on the feed. And new listeners, this is the show where we watch all the cartoons. We've watched DIC, we've watched Sunbow, we've watched Extreme, and now we're watching the G.I. Joe Renegade show. And me and my guests, we watch kind of Mystery Science Theater, the show. That's what we do. That's what the show was born on. I've also applied this kind of scene by scene, panel by panel mentality to every issue of the comic book. So look through the back episodes of this show. Derrick, do you know this show is 10 years old now?
Wow.
Yeah. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it by the level of fame.
No. That's cool.
In the sheer accolades. But yeah, so we got 10 years worth of listening.
Wow.
So
no, I didn't know. I'm excited to watch the episode because I don't know that I've seen episodes since I'm young.
Yeah, well, this is young for me too. This. That's what I've been enjoying about Renegades. It's a little more mature in the sense of there aren't flying birds and talking birds and I guess birds do fly, so that flying birds would be okay. Okay, talking birds would be a weird thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's more grounded in a little more harder, more realistic. Okay, so it's a new lens. It's a new lens. Yeah. So I'm enjoying watching it through that. I'm finding that it's not as much stupid fun. You know, I love me some stupid fun cartoons, but it is very well made and really enjoyable to watch.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to watching this with you.
Excellent.
It is the second part of an episode about the origins of Snake Eyes. So you're really in an arrears here.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one after.
We will. We'll get you caught up. So Derrick, you're out here in LA. You're you're at LMU. You're studying at LMU. You're in the theater pedagogy program. That's why our paths cross, because you happen to be in there with Toilet Teal, my wife.
Yes.
And you've been acting you acted a little in New York, right?
Yeah.
Walk us through your acting journey. You're out of Arkansas. What's going on?
Born and raised in Arkansas. In high school, I was mostly into sports, but did do a show in high school, and then majored in business.
And the show was Newt Rockney All-American.
No. Here's the thing: the English teacher was also the drama teacher. And I wasn't running track that spring semester. So she put the play on my desk and said, "Learn your lines. This is who you are. Come to practice."
Oh, that's cool.
I was a football player.
You were.
In the show. They needed a football player.
In the show.
So I was totally typecast.
I was joking. You were Newt Rockney All-American.
I began my career as typecast.
You're like, you fit the suit.
Yeah. But once I finished my eligibility in college, because I got a scholarship and play ball in college.
Where'd you go?
Southern Arkansas University.
Cool.
Home of the Mule Riders.
Mule Riders?
Yes.
Awesome. Like, we're not, like, we're riders, yes. Horses, it's a little much. Horses are a little stretch. Give some mules.
You're trying to get fancy with the horses.
We'll get there when we get there. We're not in a hurry. We're not going to be scary about it. We will ride these mules, and we respect these mules.
Yes.
We are the Mule Riders.
Yes.
Got it.
But I majored in business. Right at the end of the college career, I took an acting class, remembered the fun I had, and was like, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Cool.
And ended up going to Circle in the Square Theater School in New York. There's a 2-year conservatory program.
Awesome.
And spent 10 years in New York doing theater up and down the coast. Shakespeare was lovely. And then moved out to LA for like 5 years. Didn't the markets run different in New York and LA? And so I came here doing the New York hustle, and they were like, "What are you doing, dude? Slow down, fall back."
Yeah.
So I was here for 5 years, didn't quite catch the rhythm of it, and so I moved to Atlanta and started working in Atlanta.
So much business in Atlanta,
yeah, TV and film. I think the last movie was the great Lillian Hall. It was on HBO.
Okay.
It had, I think, Katie Bates won a Golden Globe.
Oh, Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
Oh, great. Oh,
I call her Katie.
You call her Katie.
I feel like we're friends because she's from Memphis, like 45 minutes from where I grew up. And I was like, oh, that's hometown.
Yeah, you guys were.
But I've never met her.
You guys were crafty, and you were just like, "Hey, Katie."
The day I
talk
shot,
about Misery a little bit.
The day I shot, I didn't. She wasn't there, and so I didn't meet her.
No.
I was trying to get back on set. I was calling production. I was like, "Hey, I know I'm not working tomorrow, but can I come on set so I can meet?" And I didn't get any answer.
She's awesome.
She is. I'm
a fan.
I love her
great.
work.
That's great. So what? I remember looking at your IMDb. What other shows did you spot on?
The last one, since I've been in school for the last 2 years, it's been kind of slow because my focus is.
Yeah.
But Them. Season 2.
That's the one I was thinking of. Right.
Yeah. I was in the first episode of that. The one most people recognize me from is Black Lightning.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was episode 3. It's the Black Jesus episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I play a father.
Is that season 1?
Yeah.
Then I've seen you.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
I like that show a lot. I think I saw the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or all of season 1 and most of season 2 or something.
It's interesting because the first season they were still trying to find their way.
Yeah.
And then should I tell this story about
Tell it.
Well, here's the thing. When I got the episode for my scene, the episode I was in, it was written in that there was a love affair between Black Lightning, the principal, and the vice principal.
Oh,
who is actually starring on Matlock now with
with your friend Katie.
Yes. However, when I got to set, or when the picture showed, that's not because that was
because he was trying to get back. Like he was separated from his wife.
He was separated from his wife, so that was potentially the reason why he was separated from his wife.
Yeah.
But they went in a different direction by the time it came out. The actual separation was because he wouldn't stop being Black Lightning.
Yeah,
and
Jefferson Pierce.
I loved the fact that they did that.
Yeah.
Because it showed a really strong family unit and people working together to try to make things work.
I agree with you. I do remember that. I agree with you, and that is more what Jefferson is like in the comics, where he's just it's not about him struggling with who am I sleeping with. It's about his struggle with how can I help these kids, as we like to say. How can I help these kids, but also fight this crime and this dual identity. He's very him being the principal. I always liken him to like Daredevil. Like it's the two sides of like law and justice and like education and street and like where do I balance and how do I help best help my community?
Yes.
We loved season 1. Yeah, it was great. Overall, it was right around that time. It was too much. I stopped I dropped out of watching Green Arrow. I stopped watching Flash.
Yeah.
It was all too, it just was an overload. So I need to go back and rewatch them. But I loved it. That was great. We really loved that show. So congratulations.
The episode was, there's a kid that takes Green Lightning while he's at school and freaks out in the bathroom. And Jefferson comes in and he snatches a urinal off the wall and throws it because green light, that stuff, I guess, gave you superhuman.
Yeah.
And so it was that episode. I played that kid's father.
Oh, that's
trying
awesome.
to keep him in school.
That's awesome. So you were part of the extended DCU.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Oh my God, listeners, he's Alpine. He's a member of the DCU. Is there anything Derrick LeMont can't do?
Well, we're not going to put limits on it.
No limits. No limits. Speaking of no limits, you are currently, now this episode, we're recording this in January. I'm going to do my best to get this up before your show here, but we're going to talk about it. So this may or may not be dropping before it. You said you won't have a problem moving tickets, so I'm not going to feel guilty.
Yeah.
But you're currently assistant directing on a show called Sweat over at LMU.
Yes. Kendra Ware is directing it. I'm assisting her, and the show is called Sweat. By Lynn Nottage. It's an interesting piece. It's set in Reading, Pennsylvania, a small town in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's set in the 2000 to 2008. And that's around the time the NAFTA, the trade agreement started happening, and a lot of the jobs end up going out of the states into other countries. And so this is set right during that time, where you have these family members that been working at this place for all this time, and the jobs are trying to shut down. It's interesting. It's basically the conflict between a group of people that want to advance, and then there's a group of people that are like, well, this is what we do. This is all we know. Why are you trying to do something more? So that's the big conflict of it. But the bigger issue is this plant is now pulling out of Reading. And now what do we do? Because this is all we've known. Grandpa, sons are working in that, has worked in that plant. So now they're trying to, at the end of everything kind of breaks down like anything does when it's a small town that's been dependent on these factories. Then when they all these jobs go, you know, what do you have to rely on? Crime rate starts.
Yep.
People get angry. They don't know how to survive. I mean, it happens. And I grew up in a small town in Arkansas where when I was growing up, there was like 4 different plants there.
And everyone worked at the plant.
And most people worked at the plants. There was plants like 20 minutes away. And it was a vibrant community, you know, had adult softball teams, little league teams, men and women. They'd be putting on shows, you know. It was really great. Boy Scouts and all of that. And now the only factories are the prison, the federal prison, 20 minutes in one direction, and the state prisons in the other direction, you know. So it's kind of sad that, you know, that has happened, and then crime rate goes up because there's no jobs. There's nothing for the kids to do.
And that leads to the disillusionment and the anger that we now are seeing in America that has led to a lot of the current problems that we've had for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's but it's a good, you know, it's a great thinking play. It's a great it's the relationships in this piece. There's 3 women that are best friends, been growing up, you know, and their interaction with each other in this bar is set in a bar.
Oh, okay.
Where that's where they go to blow off steam, and you know. So it's going to be a really cool piece, and I'm excited about it.
Exciting, large, like is it large cast, or is it like a 3-hander or something? Or
no, it's 9. It's 9.
Oh, it's great.
9 characters. Yeah. So
and you primarily work with you casting on college age students, right?
Yeah, so it's a college production, and we open it up to the acting students, but anybody could
anyone at the
audition.
School
anyone at the school could
great.
Audition for it. Yeah.
How do you like working with the young kids like that?
It's interesting. The college students. So here's the thing. I'm teaching this semester also.
Awesome.
And I'm teaching acting for non-majors,
because you are getting your theater, your pedagogy in theater.
Yes.
So that you'll be able to and listeners, when Torley Teal told me I'm going to get studying for pedagogy, it took me about 6 months to understand what she was talking about.
Yeah.
And it was basically be able to teach theater at a collegiate level.
Yeah. I actually had to look it up myself. Like I
so
was
many
like,
times.
Performance pedagogy?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? It's just pedagogy is basically the study of teaching.
Yeah.
And with an MFA, unlike some other degrees, the MFA is what they call a terminal degree. And so with that degree, you can teach on a collegiate level.
Great.
Most schools usually require a doctorate to teach. I was talking to my sister who just graduated with her doctorate, and I was telling her about the program, and she was like, how many credit hours is that? And I was like, it's 60 credit hours. And she was like, are you getting a doctorate or something? I was like, no, I didn't realize that 60 was abnormal. And then I looked at some of the other graduate programs, and they're 30. They're like half.
Well, isn't what LMU is doing with this? Isn't it pretty rare? There's only a handful of grad schools that are actually offering this type of
this
MFA,
program,
right?
Yeah. This there's about 5. There's like a handful of them,
Yeah.
and I think LMU is the only one that's on the West Coast. All the rest of them are like on the East Coast. I think there's Pittsburgh.
Isn't like
Indiana has one.
I was just gonna say
Indiana has one. Pittsburgh has one. There's a couple of other ones like on the East Coast, which makes sense because that's where theater.
One of the Carolinas.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think this is the only one that's on the West Coast. So
I just watch, and we're gonna get back to that question about working with the kids. I haven't forgotten that, but just the watching Rebecca go through it and watching you guys apply traditional teaching techniques to theater, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because why not? You know, like I've watched her teach, you know, for a long time and seen, you know, been in and out of various classes and things like that. And totally as an outsider myself, it is all very hit or miss, right? It is all very like, you could take this, you know, people say like study under this guy because they're amazing. Well, their method of teaching wildly different than this method of teaching. And at a certain elite level, that's great. You're always going to, you could probably always make out well. But when you get to the everyday, you're just looking for someone to teach you, I guess what I'm saying is the uniformity, the ability to break it down into more of a classroom style.
Yeah.
Seems to be so helpful.
Well,
and to get it across so much more.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, with an MFA in say performance, so I went to got an MFA in acting.
Mm-hmm.
You can teach with that degree,
right?
So, but you'll end up teaching how you were taught,
right?
Or drastically different than how you learned, because you didn't like the way you was taught, Yeah. So, but this degree actually is studying the act of teaching and how to go about it. And what I learned about what a lot of techniques are given to combat the sage on the stage, what they call the banking system, where the kids are out there, I'm up here, I'm going to tell you stuff, and then I'm going to give you a test, and you got to give it back to me on the test.
Yeah.
And there's no discussion. There's no physical aspect of it. And these techniques of having the kids pair and share, like get together, discuss what you learned about and then come back and then talk about it as a, or physicalizing the lesson, right now I'm doing teaching beginning acting, and I will assign them some reading, and then when they come in, we would interact with that, physicalize it, So if it's I'm talking about listening, when they come in, we'll do exercises on listening, physical exercises. So that's the interesting thing about it is and trying to, apparently they're using those techniques in other classes too, English classes.
Great.
Yeah, so that it's not just me giving you information and you giving it back. Is that me giving you the information, you are using the information in some kind of way. And so you're learning on a couple of different levels, hearing, physicalizing.
And you're incorporating, and then you're I imagine what the effect would be is since you're getting that similar style of teaching in other more traditional classes, you're incorporating both sets of your psyche, both sets of your talent set. You're not
analytical.
You're not. You're not like I'm going to go to my science class or my English class and I'm going to study like this. Then I'm going to shift my brain and I'm going to go to my theater class and I'm going to be this. You're able to integrate it.
Yeah.
And then that makes you a more holistic performer, I imagine, and then just a more holistic learner, student, someone who can absorb all this information and kind of combine it into being a more well-rounded person instead of bifurcating it into I'm a football player and then I'm an actor. You know what I mean?
And then the discussion aspect, encouraging that helps kids to understand from their point of view. Like you're the adult, they are in a different genre, different world, and so them speaking towards each other, they may be able to understand it better and put it in better words and sharing their experiences about an incident or something. So they're learning on, they said there's like 3 different ways of learning: hearing, seeing, writing, and so if
screaming.
So if you can utilize those different aspects of learning, they say that you only remember 50% of what's said. If you're in school, you're in a class, and after you get out of that class, only know 50% of it. But if you in that class while you're being lectured to, then you sit aside and you do a discussion or you do an activity to illustrate that, then you're locking it in.
You're locking it in and getting in your bones.
It's not,
like
you're learning rather than memorizing.
Well, like you as a performer learn your lines. The reason if you're not familiar with performing, there's the phrase being off book, and that's meanings like you memorize it, right? And the reason, and I this is what Toilet Teal has taught me. Do you know why we call her, by the way, Toilet Teal?
No.
Yeah, she's the Cobra cleaning lady. Her choice. She chose that name.
Okay.
You when you get off book, it's your brain and your emotions and everything is not focused on remembering the lines. You're focused on internalizing the emotions behind the lines then.
Yeah.
So you can really understand and be more present in the character and just perform it more instead of just reciting the lines. And that's the whole concept of it.
Yeah.
And so that seems like what you're saying here is to get off book with what you're learning and then just to absorb it and integrate it into your whole experience as an actor.
Yeah. I actually don't even use memorize when I'm teaching someone. The phrase, no.
Oh, wow.
Because memorizing is, you're constantly happening to be in your brain.
Yeah.
If you're memorizing.
Right.
I like to use the term committed to thought. Commit the lines to thought.
Oh, that's great.
Because if you know what you're talking about, I can sit here and I can tell you about when I did Michael Jackson in the music review in a talent show when I was 5.
Tell me more.
Not 5.
Tell me
grade.
more.
Well, that 5th grade. In 5th grade, I was dancing around the house and singing and stuff.
Sure,
and one of my siblings was like, "You dancing around? You need to be in the music review." Now, I have since asked who, because I couldn't remember who said it, and nobody remembers saying that. So maybe it was the actual voice in my head.
Derrick, it's Michael.
But
Derrick, you need to be in a musical review.
So in the 5th grade, my older brother, bought me a jacket, bought me an album.
Oh, so you had the shiny jacket and the glove?
The zipper jacket?
The zipper. Oh, the zipper. Oh, yeah. Right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And my mom hand sewed sequins on the gloves and socks.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
I was Michael Jackson singing Billie Jean with the beaded outfit on.
Awesome. I get it. Oh, that's great.
So I can tell you that because I've lived it. I know the details of it. So when I teach, I ask that you read the script multiple times and understand what's going on in that script. And if you do that, if you understand everything and why they're saying everything, then learning the lines, it's easy because it'll just make sense. If it's written well, it'll make sense.
Yeah.
So you will learn the lines and you won't have to be working on emotion, working on thinking about what the next word is. You know, you'll go into that scene because you've already set what this relationship is. If you know the relationship and you know the situation you're in, if you really know it, then the lines are easy because they're just going to make sense. I should say this when you say that.
Yeah.
Because you're my best friend.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I'll just share this and this without commenting. My writing may be terrible, but one of the things that I enjoy about putting those specials together is finding those moments of they're saying this because of that. And so like when we sit and direct and we, do the recordings, if I know that I've done my job when I'm able to explain why this person is saying this. Yeah. If I, when we hit a line that maybe I don't really have a great understanding of, in my brain I go, maybe I could have reworded that, or maybe I should have given a redraft on that scene, because it's not as clear or it's not even in my own memory of why that person's replying the way they are. But when we're recording with all my players, when I can go, okay, here they're doing this and this is why. And then the very next line, I'm like, okay, now they're feeling this emotion and now they're feeling that emotion. I feel so much better and comfortable, whether or not it's funny or great or terrible or whatever, but I feel like I've done my job is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? No, because I found those moments of there's a reason why they're saying this. Yeah. Quality, set that aside. I'll leave that up to the listener. But there's a reason why I put that in the script, and so let's get to it. When there's no reason, then I do go like, oh, I didn't really need that. That's just filler, whatever. Well, I think it's so true. That's what you're saying.
It was really wonderful when we were recording and you were doing that. I was like, oh, okay. And then to explain like, oh, well, I know it sounds like exposition, but it's only a radio, basically a radio show. So I have to put that in. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's the other challenge
so
too.
Yeah. So
my friend, Matt Plossman, if you're listening, Matt, who played Mainframe on the show, on the episode, he's a writer. He works in Hollywood. He's a assistant to some showrunners. And we sat down to record his stuff and he goes, it's a little overwritten with the names. And I go, I know that. I go, it's all radio.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, you're right. Good point.
Like, it has to be. It has to be visual.
I can't. We're not looking at each other.
Yeah.
Trust me. I wouldn't say each other's names 5 times in every other word.
Yeah.
If I thought people could really distinctly remember who you're talking to.
Right.
So yeah, I'm aware of that. But but I think if you're listening and this may not specifically be things that you do, but everyone's creative in some way.
Yes.
And these are the kind of things we're talking about, of like creativity, not necessarily for a purpose, but the art of it, the act of it usually finds meaning. You know, there's usually a meaning in it, whether you're drawing or whether you're writing or whether you're sculpting or whether you're just whether you're cooking.
Yeah.
You know, like there's an expression of emotion that gets through it when you're really channeling it. And I think that's what we're talking about is you're finding the truth in whatever project you're working on, you're finding the truth in it. And that's always so much more rewarding. Yes.
I mean, you put a part of you in whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, and especially in creative, then, you know, it's what you've seen, is what you experience, is what you, and so if you're writing or drawing or whatever, all of that is you on that paper. You know?
And ultimately, when you're happy with that and satisfied emotionally with that, the outcome, the reception is never going to matter. Maybe not never, but it's not going to impact as much.
Yeah.
If it doesn't change the world, or if it or maybe it doesn't, you know, maybe it doesn't hit all the goals you wanted to, or maybe whatever. But you look at a thing and you go, man, I know I did my best on that. I know that I hit the thing that I wanted to hit with it. I'm happy.
And usually,
let's move on.
It's those things that, you know, you have these. That's why you have all these, you know, true stories, or these, you know, this was based on a true story. Yeah. It's because they're putting themselves into that.
Yeah.
You know, and if you put yourself into it, you know, I write too, and sometimes I'm like, I get caught up in format. You know, oh well, you know this, but if you just write it and get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Or whatever that thing that you do creatively.
Yeah.
And you've not like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm just do it. Just do it.
Right.
Just put it on the paper. Just hammer
on the paper.
2 boards together to figure out how to do it. And it's all about trial and error.
Yep.
You know?
I agree. Do you write much?
I do.
Yeah.
I haven't done much lately because but I've written a couple of screenplays.
Great.
I wrote a pilot. I've written during the pandemic. I was at home just writing.
You were. Oh, well, that's great. We were at home not writing. We were all at home. We weren't writing. You were being creative.
I was stuck in Arkansas.
You were in Arkansas.
I was because I had just did some traveling for like 2 months, and then I was going to visit my mom.
Yeah.
And then I was about to go back out and realize everything was shut down. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here with my mom.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
And so I wrote. I've actually written a stage play. Which I'm about to submit to this festival. But yeah,
Exciting.
I got into it. Actually, I wrote a play, a film that me and a friend from my hometown, Audra Bryant.
Shout out.
It's called Preachers. It's called Sophie the Preacher. But anyways, we submitted it to the Nichols Fellows, and it placed in the top 20%.
That's great.
And we submitted it to what is it called? Blacklist.
I was just gonna say
Yeah, it got an 8.
Oh, that's great.
On the Blacklist. So we've been. It's something that she had the story in her head. She was like, hey, I know you acting, like, can you? And I was like, I sent her some software. She couldn't figure out the software, so I said, look, just write down the person's name, what they said, and then write what happens on it, you know, and she sent it to me. And long story short, it was. And by the time she was done writing it, Final Draft had another version they wanted you to upload. Yeah. Well, once she sent it to me, I think it was once I took it and I just dumped it into Final Draft. Yeah, yeah. It was 232 pages. Whoa. So we got it down to like.
So you rewrote Ben-Hur.
Yeah. So, we rewrote it.
Sure.
They had to pull the character out, this and that. But it's about 117.
That's spot on, man.
And so we had
you dump and you trim. If your first idea is like 60 pages long, guess what? You need more of an idea.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a little bit of a balance there. Yeah, for sure. Well, Derrick, I'm so excited to have you. Listeners, you can find Derrick online. He's at Derrick LeMont on Facebook and Instagram. We think maybe TikTok. Who knows? Blue Sky, Reds. Find him. He's fantastic. Go back, listen to the holiday special. You'll see he did a wonderful job. Today, we are watching The Return of the Arashikage Part 2. So look up your G.I. Joe Renegades episodes, whether you've got them on disc yourself or you're watching. I know they're on YouTube and things like that. So we're going to watch them together. While you're online, please reach out and say hello to me on social media. That's at Joe on Joe Pod. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You could send me an email to joeandjoepod@gmail.com. Let me know, do you want to watch a show together? Are you a big Renegades fan? You want to get together? We'll watch it online. If you're in the LA area, I'll also have you over at my house, the distinguished, luxurious recording studio that is my home. And we'll watch it together. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll interview you. We'll find out what's up. So, this is great. Derrick, we're going to get ready. You ready to watch some ninjas?
Go, Joe.
Oh, man, it's going to be so awesome. So, listeners, get ready to hit play. And we're going to go 3, 2, 1.
Previously on G.I. Joe Renegades.
So,
I want to know why
Derrick,
you brought us here, Ninja.
that's Snake Eyes
Dojo.
drugging and assaulting his own partners.
Oh, my goodness.
So that they don't know where his cabin is.
Hey, you got to keep some things secret.
You do. You got to, when you have a stabbing cabin, you got to keep it on the DL.
That's your piece.
It is.
It
is. So here we learn, this is all the flashback, ladies and gentlemen. So it's, we see that Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes were brought in. The uncle's dead. They think Storm Shadow did it. Storm Shadow thinks Snake Eyes killed him. And now we get a fight in the high Sierras.
Finish the job.
So, Derrick, let's talk G.I. Joe. We didn't get into a lot of that much. So you said you grew up a little bit with Joe.
Yeah, I mean,
now what era? What iteration? The taller ones or the smaller ones?
The smaller ones.
The smaller ones.
Yeah,
okay.
The smaller ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Snake Eyes and these guys.
Yeah. There's G.I. Joe, He-Man, Transformers. That was, you sit in front of the TV Saturday morning with we used to have like a baking pan. We put bread in and put the 5 dots of butter on them and sit there with a jar of jelly on the toast, just eating toast, watching cartoons.
That's awesome. So of those like, and you're right, those are the mainstays. That's what I grew up on. What was your favorite? You don't have to say G.I. Joe.
Transformers.
Was it Transformers? You were a Transformers guy?
Yeah. The whole idea that these automobiles could talk and walk, like, it was like, whoa,
Yeah.
All the other stuff was realism.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the sci-fi of that was like really, really cool for me.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, because even dealing with like, say, He-Man. Yeah. There's magic there, but it's still based in real creatures doing real things.
Right.
You introduce robots.
Yeah.
That are shape-shifting, size-changing, literally transforming from another galaxy that's got a foot in our reality, but also is just a different type of organism entirely. That is a level of cool.
Yeah. I mean, because I think that's the first time you saw like items that you understand. Like, I know what a Camaro looks like.
Yeah. I know what a Walkman is.
And now
my Walkman can all of a sudden eject a cougar. Oh no, there's a leopard that's coming out of my Walkman and is going to eat someone.
Yeah. So before that, robots was just this, thing that was.
Yeah, they were
humanistic.
Yeah,
but,
they were robots. These were people.
Right.
That happened to be made out of metal.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Do you remember? Was there a specific like a character that you really enjoyed out of the Transformers?
I did like Bumblebee. Of course, the mainstays. There was one. I got into the what was the animal ones?
Oh, the Beast Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were pretty cool. And they had I want to say a dinosaur.
Oh, you're talking about Grimlock and you're talking about the Autobot or the Dinobots.
Dinobots. Yes, Dinobots. Yeah.
Yeah, there was Grimlock and Sludge and Swoop. Yeah, Dinobots were pretty cool.
Yeah, that kind of when that came up, it's like okay.
That was pretty neat. So Storm Shadow is kidnapped or, acquired his cousin Jinx, and they've escaped, leaving the Joes seemingly to die. She thinks he killed the uncle. I don't love. Do you remember what Storm Shadow looked like? Like the original, he was like an all white, very similar to this.
Yeah. But wasn't his face covered? Was his face covered?
His face was fully covered. And in this iteration, he's got like this. The way they give him a cap, like it looks like he's half doing like in and out takeout, like it's a weird look. I can't honestly, I do appreciate the way the show looks. Like it's a good looking show,
it does.
But there's something about his design that just is unsettling to me, and I don't necessarily love it.
Well, when you're a G.I. Joe, person, and you're looking for it to be what you remember it being. Yeah.
So Snake Eyes just saves Duke out of the burning bunker. He says he should have left him to live, but Snake Eyes says never leave a Joe behind. He did use ASL, actually.
Yeah, did he?
But now here we see, and this is actually a plot point that's important. Scarlet starts having an allergic reaction to those poison, the darts that...
yeah.
So Snake Eyes apparently carries a tracheotomy
He's got medical training
at all times.
He knows what happened to him, and he don't want it to happen to anyone.
That is one of the funniest things ever. I get it. You have knives, you have weaponry, but Snake Eyes has a trach tube that he pulls out of his pocket and is like, "Yo, what's up?"
This dude is that strong.
Oh yeah, that's Roadblock. He is that strong. Yeah. This is what I really like about what happened here is we use their skills. So Roadblock not as much, but that's Tunnel Rat, and he's like a survival expert. So he recognized there was a plant that'll act as a dehistamine. Yeah, and in a way, Roadblock is his skills because Roadblock's actually a chef. Roadblock is a high level. He's their cook. He's a machine gunner, but he loves cooking. Yeah. So in a way, he prepared that meal.
He's still
So I like that. I like that they had him do it because it is a way to have him.
And
use his skills.
And that's the great thing about writing stuff, like understanding who these characters are. Mm-hmm. Then you can put that in the right place. You know.
Well, when you hear people say, when you're like authors say like something along the lines of. Characters told me what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it happens.
When they're fleshed out characters and you may want something to happen, but you go, that person wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And the audience knows it. We've all watched movies and we've all been like, Luke Skywalker would never throw his lightsaber away like that.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't. Not to get into that debate. Angry people out there. But you know what I mean? Like he wouldn't. And that's why it stands out. At least let's just say whether you agree with that movie or not, but that's why it stood out. Because it is something that absolutely is in opposition to the character that we knew up to that point.
Right.
And they may have thought of reasons why, whatever. But
Yeah.
And if you're gonna have them do something that's a little out of character or something, you need to show why would they do that.
Right.
Exactly. Show us the why, not just
they do. Like when writing, when I know I had that experience where I'm writing, and then the character would do something. I'm like, wait, why?
Yeah.
And it's just, it just comes to you and they start speaking to you.
I find, for me, sometimes I find that it tends me off. Listeners won't be surprised at this. Tangents. Because I've been known to go off on tangents.
Yeah.
So as I'm writing and I'm like, oh, what if this person did that? And all of a sudden, like, I have a whole outline. I have pages of outlines that I wanted them to be there. And I go, I'm nowhere near that because this guy decided he wanted to do this, or I wanted to explore that day. Maybe we'll keep doing that. Maybe we won't.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not just talking about the stuff we put up on, on the podcast. I've written scripts and, things like that. And It's always just like the further away from the start, the more I can wander off of because I'm having fun with the people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that'd be fun for this guy to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel weird, and I'm not saying it's good, bad, or ugly, but it's a challenge. And I think that's part of the skill of crafting a story is being able to rein that in, though.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. It's nice, but when you find yourself going too far off of what you've created, corpse. You got
to rein it in. You got to kill your babies.
You got to find that story. And then sometimes, that story will evolve. You go, oh, I never thought of that, and let me adjust this outline to that.
This is actually pretty vital. So right now we're Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are just starting their first fight, which is pretty dope. So this is actually a pretty big moment for the show. This is the first Snake Eyes Storm Shadow fight that this show is getting. So that's pretty awesome. And it goes on throughout this rest of this episode. So it's this epic fight in the trees. But pursuant to what we were talking about, that is how the whole all the characters we're talking about G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe written by Larry Hama, and he has said on many, 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 many occasions, and a lot of writers from the 80s wrote the comic books like this, is they went month to month. They didn't know what was going to happen next month. They had overarching ideas. They had like, okay, by issue 50, I need to make sure that the pit's blown up, whatever, But like they would sit down that month and go, okay, this issue has to be entertaining as an issue. In the previous issue, everyone's left in these places. How do I make this an entertaining issue? And I think the spontaneity there, it's so much more interesting. It keeps you so much more engaged. Yeah. It allows for improvisation. It allows for maybe this isn't working, like in Black Lightning. Maybe it's not working that he's going to have the affair with the woman. So let's not get locked into it. Let's not force it.
Yeah.
Because by the time we get there, we're doing something different. Yeah.
And then you can overthink, so being in that spontaneous kind of position, this is interesting.
Oh yeah. Lots of tree. This is a very, was it Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yes.
Tree fight. And Jinx falls into this big mud pit. And it's starting to rain, and her sword is halfway up. She can't reach it. While the guys are fighting in the trees, she's kind of stuck in this. This reminds me of this movie. You ever seen? Oh shoot, what's it called? I think it's either Korean or Japanese movie. It's about a guy that's stuck in a swimming pool, so picture this: picture you're in a deep swimming pool that's like 10 feet tall pool, right? But there's no water in it, and you have no ladder. How do you get out?
Wow.
And it's isolated. Like there's, you're like, it's in construction. That's the premise of this movie. And an alligator crawls in with you. It's really good. It's a really good movie.
That's good motivation to figure out how.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen this. I forget exactly how he ended up in it, but basically he's in the bottom of this pool. There's no water, so he can't swim up to escape the pool. And there's no ladders. There's no one within shouting distance. And then this alligator crawls in, and he has to fight. It's awesome. Wow. It's a great flick, and I wish I remembered the name of it.
Oh man,
yeah, it's probably about 5 or 6 years old now.
I'm just thinking about the contained budget.
Yeah. But that's where Jinx is. So she's stuck in this thing. She has no way to get out. Yeah. And now snakes are arriving.
What have you learned from those guys?
They pulled her out.
Yeah. That's pretty great. I like their storytelling on this stuff.
Grenade.
Where they just show Snake Eyes pop the grenade. You hear the whine. You don't need to see the explosion.
Right.
You
exactly.
You just know that it screwed everybody up. And now Storm Shadow's, his shirts are torn and everything. We get more flashbacks into them growing up. I dig on the animation here is this like sparkle, the rainwater sparkling over there. It's a good look. How they're illustrating this is really cool.
Earlier they had the leaves blowing, and I'm like, this is really cool. I like.
Yeah, it's like everyone's got this Morton salt bounce on their shoulders to show that it's raining.
Illustrate that it's actually hitting them. Yeah.
There is a weird thing that's going on with this, and this is a bigger picture of how they're positioning. And we talked about this last episode of the Arashikage, the ninjas. They really are bad guys. Like in the comic a lot, they like to be like, oh, we're noble. We're trying to change our. In this version, they're bad guys. Like he just said, there's no room for honor in the Arashikage.
I was like,
you
what?
heard that, right?
Yeah.
What? Like even like the honor amongst thieves? Like honor amongst ninjas? Like what is happening? Like
none at all.
You can't help your friend. No. Which is a little weird.
Joining him.
Yeah, well.
Never love you.
That's enough, ladies.
Redwood's about to get a lesson in lethal.
Yeah, well, your pals' poison darts nearly got there first.
So I think
KO'd Scarlet's voice.
I don't know. They're Scarlet can't talk, so it's a little Snake Eyes movie.
One grenade
They're doing a weird thing with this where Jinx she's younger, but I think she's got a crush on Snake Eyes. And so she's jealous of Scarlet. But it's also that Scarlet is Snake Eyes' current pupil. So I think it's a little bit of a
professional jealousy.
Yeah, it's a little bit of professional jealousy, but also a little romantic.
Yeah.
Not that Snake Eyes is throwing it back at Jinx.
Right.
But I think because Jinx is looking up to him as a teen idol kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a little weird. Like they're really balancing a lot with this. So we get a nice, by the way, the chains in this episode are like Spawn's cape. These are metal chains that are used in wild fashion. Later on they use it to save someone falling off a thing, that it's like a bungee cord. Yeah. And I'm like, that's a metal chain. That is not a bungee cord.
How do you store that? How do you walk around
how
with
is
that?
this happening? You're using it like a bungee cord. That is a metal chain link chain you're using. But that's okay. It's what cartoons are all about.
Yeah.
So this is a classic take from the comic. Ooh! See, that ain't right.
No honor.
In the comics,
Is defeated.
the way Hama told it.
Blow is a relic from our past.
See, the relic from our past. Like he's like, so the old man is trying to change the clan. That's what it is. The old man's trying to turn them into better dudes, and he sees Snake Eyes as the opportunity. I think that's what we're saying. I'm figuring it out in real time.
For I always knew the truth. You plotted to betray him.
Yeah, he did. In the comics, they set it up. There's they give that scene and is told like they're fighting, and if Snake Eyes beats Storm Shadow would lose a lot of face in front of his uncles and stuff. And so Snake Eyes specifically allows Storm Shadow to win, but without Storm Shadow realizing it. But the one uncle is like, Snake Eyes is such a good swordsman and such a better ninja that he was able to basically trick Storm Shadow into thinking he won so that he wouldn't lose face in front of the clan, because Snake Eyes is the outsider.
Right, right.
He's not, he's really not there to take over, So we get a little waterfall action. There is a rock here I want you to pay attention to. Last time I checked, when they draw rocks at the edge of the waterfalls, those rocks have been there for quite some time. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a rock here that just decides to leave. But so we get there's 3 rocks. It's think like Revenge of the Sith, like Obi-Wan Vader going at it. But it's Jinx, Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow on these 3 rocks at the edge of a waterfall. And Jinx needs to know the answer. Did he kill her?
I witnessed you slit Hardmaster's throat. Do you deny that?
So the truth is coming out. Snake Eyes learn ASL.
You didn't take his life.
Snake Eyes is denying it.
Throat?
Kim, I am your
So
family.
Snake Eyes said
I
he
am
cut
all
his
that
throat,
you
but I
have
didn't kill him.
Right.
Because of him.
Which is true because he's
Which
trying
is
to
true
get him
because
the
he's
air.
trying to. This would be the time for Snake Eyes. See these rocks? They just unmoored themselves. That seems weird.
That is.
Because I feel like
Just at that
they were just
moment.
waiting. Really? That seemed convenient. And this is the chain that I'm talking about. Look at this chain. Snake Eyes is about to die, and Duke jumps off with this chain. That's like a bungee. That is the longest chain.
That is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Fun. Don't get me
Fun.
wrong.
Yeah.
But crazy.
Exciting.
Yeah. You see Snake Eyes' face too for the first time.
And-
It's doesn't look all jacked up either. It doesn't. They're not showing any scarring. So we'll see. I don't. Again, I'm watching this in the moment, so I haven't watched forward. So I don't know if they eventually show that he's all scarred up, because in the comics he's all jacked up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the case. But that would have been the perfect time for him to pull out his tracheotomy stick. And be like, no, I carry this. Don't you get it, Jinx?
You think Snake killed the Hardmaster? I don't know.
So we're gonna.
But I do know what it's like to be accused of a crime I didn't commit.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And so Snake Eyes is remembering back to that night. So this is now for us, the viewer. We're seeing exactly what happened.
There's something
that night.
on your mind, Master.
Yes.
Apparently, Hardmaster had a run-in with Wolverine. He's got them 3 claws across the face.
Really?
No.
But
pleases me to hear you say this. You came here to learn, but it is I.
So Snake Eyes rolled into town.
Snake Eyes.
And was such a good dude. He convinced these generational ninjas to stop being assassins and with people with literally no honor.
Wow.
And he convinced this old man to be a good guy.
Oh,
that's what happened. He was such a good, Snake Eyes was so full of goodness that the old man's like, I got to do it.
Because at first he was like, there's no honor. But,
yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, your enemy has been defeated. There's no need to death blow. I'm like, okay.
All because of him.
All because of this guy.
All because of the white savior.
Yeah. At least they didn't give him blue eyes.
So they're drinking tea. So the Hardmaster drinks it first and he senses it. Whatever
he realizes what it is.
Yeah, he senses it right away. The tea's been poisoned.
And he knocked it out of his hand.
Right.
So who poisoned it? That's
correct. And we don't know yet. And we're not going to find out.
Oh, he's got
that's what I'm saying. He's got the trach tube. He's got the trach tube. And he's about to do it. And here's it's Chekhov's trach tube. He never gets to use it.
He does.
Because look, he's interrupted. He doesn't get to save
And that's
Uncle.
how he died.
He doesn't
so
save
actually,
Uncle. Storm Shadow killed him. Yeah. So his uncle right now is choking out. His throat's been cut, and Uncle now is dead. And earlier, Snake Eyes was going to use that trach tube on Scarlet, and they stopped him. It's Chekhov's trach tube. It never gets used. One day, Snake Eyes is going to use that trach tube.
It's going to be interesting.
So that's truly what happened.
Snake Eyes. I'd appreciate it if you carry one of these.
Here's a fresh trach tube.
In case I need to get in touch.
It's a little it's a communicator.
Oh, wow.
It's a general issue. It's a general issue trach tube. Papa Sugar.
You don't need to carry that bamboo stick.
Uncle Sugar made some real actual
shard of bamboo.
It's actual made out of metal, and it is surgically clean. You filthy ninja, shoving bamboo into people's throats.
It's not that easy. Some part of
but
me will
in
always
actuality,
be Snake Eyes' apprentice.
This guy is the one that actually killed the master because he stopped Snake Eye from.
Correct. But we don't know who poisoned the
right.
master. But
that's
you're
the
right.
real culprit.
You're right. His jumping to conclusions is what caused the problem. So Jinx decides to join the Arashikage again. So she accepts the sword back. So she's joining the bad guys again. And that's been the kind of the impetus for this adventure is that he was chasing her down. He was like, "Why did you leave?"
Not until Snake Eyes.
But now that he knows Snake Eyes is alive,
now go.
His mission now is to go kill Snake Eyes.
Right.
Yeah. So Jinx is going to go back home
to avenge his master.
Yeah, exactly. So Jinx is going to go. She see trach tube.
He lost it. Who is he without the trach tube? He's gotta go do some soul searching now.
Who is he without the trach tube?
He'll be back in his cabin again.
That's the greatest. It's a good question. Who is Snake Eyes without the trach tube?
I mean, we've seen it like 4 times. This
and
episode
it's never
alone.
been used. It's never been used. Did they ever include a trach tube with an action figure? Because they did action figures for this. Did any of them come with a trach tube? I want the Snake Eyes trach tube. I want it. Oh, Derrick, that's so funny. So that's it. Yeah, that's the episode of Renegades.
Wonderful.
Like what'd you think? It was kind of neat.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Like it really is. It's definitely something different from what I remember as a kid. But I like it. I like that the animation is more fluid.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying that. Like
it's pretty.
It's clean.
It's very pretty. The backgrounds are really like painterly.
Yeah.
Like brush strokes.
Yeah.
Really
and
nice.
they have the dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's really cool. And the writing is good. Like, I'm able to, even as we're talking all about it while we were watching it, I was still able to keep up with it. So,
and you came in like we were saying, this is an episode it's not necessarily about the Cobra struggle, but more just personal about Snake Eyes. So
yeah,
that's a good emotional entry point for you.
Yeah. No, it's good that is kind of built up. I don't remember any real relationships like
Well, in the cartoon back in the day, Snake Eyes was barely in it because he didn't talk, and they didn't really have a great way to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's massive all over the toys, and he's massive all over the comic books. But in the cartoon, he really was minor, and that was the problem. So, so like they paired really Storm Shadow up with against Spirit and or Quick Kick. They only had him meet Snake Eyes a couple times, and it wasn't like this Sword Brother kind of stuff. Like they didn't get into their origins back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I understand. We've talked about this before. Like we understand why. Like in the early '80s,
at that time,
kids show, and you're like, you got a guy that can't speak. How much?
It wasn't very inclusive.
Yeah, yeah, but like how entertaining are we going to make this for kids?
Right.
Like they hadn't realized that maybe it would have been amazing, but they weren't there for that.
Yeah,
they were there for the
definitely.
quips and the funny lines, and you can't have that being delivered by a dude that just nods his head and you know shows up. And, having said that, though, he was part of the tremendous song and dance team with Shipwreck and Timber and Polly.
He got the kids
dressed as women on a Broadway stage. So that was one of the greatest moments of all cartoon history. So I love it. Well, Derrick LeMont, man, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me. I've had a lovely time.
Now, one of the things we do when we watch these episodes is we ask our friends, if you were a member of the Joe or Cobra team, what would your job be? Now, and we're talking about you, so not like you saying like, oh, I'd be Snake Eyes. It's you, Derrick LeMont, joins either Joe or Cobra. You can either one, Dreadnoks, whatever you want, Ninjas. You do whatever you want to do. What would your job be, and then what would your code name be?
I think I'd be like analytic something.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'd be back in home
pit,
base,
like in the pit, working.
Like strategizing
Okay.
and connecting them.
Okay.
That's what I would probably be doing.
I have an idea for a name. Do you have any? What would you want your name to be?
No. Give me
Cross-reference.
That's nice.
Does that work for
That
you?
sounds good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Cross reference.
You're
That's
cross-reference.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So
All
that's
right.
what I would be. Cross reference, and I would be the backbone of the.
Yeah. You'd be putting all the pieces together. You'd be like, this guy, he said his uncle got killed, but this guy, he had a trig thing that never got used. Well, what if the trig thing used that? Oh my God! It turns out it was really his fault. The cross-reference shows up again. Cross-reference saves the day.
Saves the day.
All right, cross-reference. Well, welcome to the Joe and Joe team.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Derrick LeMont, check him out on social media. Look up, if you're in the Los Angeles, Southern California area, LMU is always putting on good stuff. Look for Sweat. It's in end of March 20th. It's going to be a tremendous performance. And overall, Derrick's a tremendous performer. So we appreciate you being on the show.
This has been a blast.
This is your first journey. We're back into the world of G.I. Joe.
Yes.
All right, we're going to get our goal is to get you cast into the next live action G.I. Joe movie. That's our goal.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, Derrick, now you Joe, and Joeing is half the battle.